Hello everyone and welcome to Blackout Gaming TV. Today we got a good match for you and I'm joined with the lovely caster and best medic in Prem, CeeJaey!
Hey!
Hey! It's been a while since we casted, it feels like forever.
Yeah, dude, I don't know when the last time we casted together.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's a little task for you lovelies out there that's watching. So yeah, you've been casting a lot of good games. I've been busy. I'm not casting as many good games, but hopefully today's going to be a good game. Stacked versus WASP. Not the they're not the highest on the rankings as of right now, but it could be a good
The
match.
GPS
What?
match is the only match on the last weekday, right?
Yeah.
That actually has something to it.
Really, it has consequence.
Okay, so it has consequences.
Wow.
It does. I mean,
Really?
after yesterday, after the mighty strong opinions beat Unpoppable 6-0, it meant that Unpoppable are now confirmed to be relegated. So we'll be saying goodbye to the Russians, unfortunately. And as the playoffs are already decided, it's already going to be Chess Club in first, Strong Opinions in second, and Highlander in third. So there's no changes there. No one else can qualify for playoffs. No one can change positions in the top three. That's all settled. The only thing now is who is going to finish 7th place. Now 7th place doesn't get you automatically relegated, but if you're in 7th, you play against the team that is runner-up in High. So the team that wins High, that comes first after their set of playoffs at the end of the season, they'll be automatically given a spot in Prem. They'll be replacing Unpoppable, but the team that finish runner-up in the final will have to play the team that finishes in 7th. Now at the moment that's WASP. They're on 7 points. Stacked have 12, and obviously these two guys are playing against each other. So if Stacked any points here, even 1 point is enough, they'll have guaranteed their safety for next season. However, if WASP win this 6-0, that means they win both maps, uncontested, no golden caps or anything like that. 6-0, 6 points. They will finish in 6th, and Stacked will finish in 7th, and they'll have to play the relegation playoff match. So I mean, it may just seem kind of like a dead rubber to most people, but, if WASP can dig their heels in here and get 6 points, they can put Stacked into a sticky situation, HiGPS.
Yeah, definitely. So it's playing to not get knocked out of Prem. Like you want to stay in Prem once you've gotten into Prem, don't you? It's like kind of why you're right in there in the first place. So
I think that's the idea. I think most people would like to stay at the top level rather than taking a backward step.
For like a revenge next season, they want to have to rank down, because that's going to be tough. Because you can rank down from Prem to High, correct?
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, you can like if you lose enough, you get knocked out of Prem and you get put in High, don't you?
Yeah, I mean that's what's happened to Unpoppable. It's what happened to UKIP last season. They finished bottom, they got relegated, and we are actually live here, GPS. We've got Stacked in the red and WASP in the blue. Do you want to take us through this first middle?
Yeah, well, first, I'm just going to have watching Dr. Phil here, and look at him limited. I'm going to switch to his camp, because he was way faster. It looks like they're going for the, not the mirror demo rollout. The demo decided to go with the red heavy there. Let's see, Morty is still doing pretty good there, and I forgot the colors. Let me just swap those real quick. Yep, now we got correct colors. So far, both medics running Medigun. A lot of losses here for both teams here, but it seems like WASP is taking the majority here, and it looks like Stacked is going to be able to take this middle here.
Yeah, I mean, there was both scouts died very, very early on in that mid-fight, which, you want your scout to be cleaning up at the end, but it did look like WASP had a better fight to start with, and suddenly Stacked turned it around with some great pressure by their combo, who's taking lobby now. Gunrock's trying to get in through Big Door, and he is onto mid, but surely he's going to get cleaned up there. And Stacked have control. They have cap time on second already. Both teams have 100% Uber, and we'll be looking at WASP trying to defend last already, only a couple of minutes into the game.
Yeah, that was a very quick cap there. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but Stacked's medic got 100% Uber way faster. Like, I think Klefsas was to the left. Oh, here comes the Uber. Coming in on Dr. Phil here. Nice work here by Crow, denying that Uber from that entrance, and the defending Uber has not been popped. There's a scout on the point! And Kermit takes the cap, taking up to 1-0. That's a very strong opening there from Stacked.
Oh dear. That was really unfortunate. WASP did really well to clean up some kills. They got Morty, a headshot there from Stormy and took him down. That was heavy for Stacked, and then suddenly a scout just walks into the point and just undoes all of that good work there by WASP. So we have to start and get their heads back into the game. once again, the combos are going to be meeting on this side. Josh goes down to a body shot, and Trox is getting aggressive now. He's just walking up his side, and Stacked are not in a good position here. And they are losing players. They're 4 down, and WASP have not lost any players at all so far. Only 4 up now, and WASP have total control of this mid. Kronos has got the hell out of there with his team. He's got Ferry for company. And this is a pretty dominating mid. So far as Yauka goes down very late on. That's a 20-second respawn GPS for your sniper. And as we come into our pause, maybe that's going to give us a chance to go over the rosters, maybe.
Yeah, we got quite a good roster here. A lot of names I remember. I remember Yolg, Pharaoh Sniper. Pretty darn good, I have to say. Pretty solid. You probably played against him, so you probably experienced that. Or maybe not, because you never die, because you're so awesome. But we got a pretty solid roster here. We got Kronos as the medic, Morty is the heavy, Fury as Pyro, Lego Josh is the soldier. Is he? I guess he's merking, or something for stacked. Anyway, we got Kermit on scout. Dr. Phil is the demo. Beep is the engineer, and we got Isel on spy. And for WASP, who do we have there, CeeJaey?
Well, if I can just comment on the stacked roster, because there is a little bit of info, like a bit of background on that. Kermit is playing scout. He's their backup scout. Normally they have Sorek, who did win scout of the season a couple of seasons ago. He's probably one of the best scouts in Highlander at the moment, but he's not available, I guess, or for whatever reason isn't playing. So Kermit's playing. Josh and Ferry are their mains, or been their mains since the start of the season. Dr. Phil is merking tonight. Hidan was their demo until he decided he preferred to become an Overwatch streamer, and Duck came in as a replacement. Duck played with me as a backup on my team, and then joined Stack the main, but I guess he's unavailable tonight, and Dr. Phil is merking. It's the first time he's played since Season 7, I believe. They play their main demo man 2 seasons ago. Morty's their backup heavy, but has pretty much been playing main since Susie had a lot of roster issues. And Kronos is another merc. He played 5 minutes for chess as a merc. Is slightly infamous on my stats spreadsheet for having a 50% drop rate. He used 1 Uber and he's dropped 1 Uber, so he technically has dropped 50% of his Ubers in Prem. So I'm sure he's going to be trying to rectify that stat today. But yeah, he is a merc, Dr. Phil is a merc, and Kermit is a sub. Yaug and Isil are them. But yeah, the WASP roster is another roster that's gone under a lot of change since last season. I mean, this is kind of a bit of an upset for WASP to be in this situation, considering last season they finished in a pretty respectable 5th. And so far this season they have picked up points from Highlander, which is not to be sniffed at. But on Scout we have Gunrocks, Lippy on Soldier, Crow on Pyro, Unlimited, who started off the season on Unpoppable and joined WASP later on to replace Death. He's on Demo. Trox is on Heavy. He doesn't actually play for the team anymore technically. Moved on to a team in High. Started off the season with them, left the team, but is merking tonight. Doom is on NG. He is Hypanda's engineer, and he is merking for them tonight. Klefsas, their medic, ever present for WASP. He is playing. Stormin on Sniper. I was under the impression Stormin was their backup sniper this season, but he's played more matches than Kenzie, and he's been doing a decent job. And D-Toad, one of the team leaders, is on Spy. So, yeah, we are on this pause now. I mean, what do you think is going through WASP at the moment, GPS? I mean, they lost. If you lose a round in kind of under 2 minutes to a kind of a cheeky water back cap from the scout, after winning this mid, do you think they're going to get a little bit too excited, or do you think they're going to be remaining calm?
Well, it depends on their mentality, really. Like, it's very different from team to team how they react. Like, some teams will actually play better after they lose a round, and some teams will just keep losing after they lost a round. So we will see here. But I do think, like, because they did a back cap, it would be really cheeky if they also did a back cap. That's might be in the back of their head. But I do think Stacked is aware of this, and I don't think it will necessarily happen. But you see, there's if you look at the scoreboard, there's a lot of people down for Stacked. So I think WASP can take pretty much the position that they want. We have the offensive sticky trap, and we got the Dr. Phil putting us some sticks in the lobby here, so there will be like some exchange here, I think. We also have Kermit here is also in a very good spot for flanking and just getting around here. As you can see, there's not a lot that can stop him. Probably just the Pyro and the Spy is going to see him. So yeah, I mean, we will see what happens. Ubers, they're pretty even. Not the biggest difference. Don't think they will soft push this, obviously. But we will see what they decide to do. I do think they're gonna go. Where do you think they go? Do you think they're gonna go up through the balcony, or just go through the main shutter and like disarm the bombs, the sticks from Dr. Phil before they go in? What do you think? What are your predictions? Oh yeah, we can also do predictions while we're at it.
Well, I mean, at the moment, I think Stacked. Not sure about their positioning at the moment. You don't have your heavy with you. You don't have your sniper with you. You are 4 players down. If you're just going to be here with your demo man, your medic, and your pyro's there. You know, best case scenario is that WASP force their way in through shutter. They lose a player from the sticky trap, but they keep barreling forward, and Ferry has to sacrifice himself to air blast them back. But conversely, they could just barrel forward and take down Kronos. If they do take down the medic, that is huge, and Klefsas can keep that 100% and use it for last. So Stacked have to be careful about their positioning here if they want to keep holding, a forward hold in lobby, or if they want to just, settle back to last and kind of chisel out, a bit of a hold. I mean, excuse me, I've got still a bit of a sore throat, so if my voice cracks at any moment, I apologise. But I think WASP are in a really good position here. They just need to play it smart, get the right players in the right areas, and then take it forward. I think the big key in this match, Stacked are obviously the favourites in my mind. I think that they have a lot. They have a lot of experience on their roster. Players like Dr. Phil and Josh are real DM beasts, and their combo is pretty solid, even though they've got a Merc medic. I'm not sure how much they've played with Kronos, and how used to he is playing with a Morty and Dr. Phil combo. So having a sub heavy, a Merc demo, and a Merc medic may be a bit kind of uncoordinated for Stacks. Yeah. I don't know, but with Kermit and Josh on the flank, that's still going to be pretty strong. So if WASP want to take something out of it, they have to utilize their flank. Lippy is a really, really strong soldier. He puts out a ton of damage, gets a lot of med picks, and Doom is one of the best NGs in Prem at the moment. So if they can get their flank and they can force themselves on right, I think WASP are in a really good position here. But like I said, it's all about the little mistakes. If is Kronos and Dr. Phil going to stay in lobby? Are they going to get caught out if they could be 1-1 to WASP?
Yeah, it's very risky, but we'll see what they can do. I'm getting word here that apparently some people had some connectivity issues and they were timing out. So I'm just talking to Beep, of course, they said it would be unpausing shortly. It's always like a mess when people get connectivity issues. And then it kind of sucks if you have to play. Oh, there we go. There's the unpause. And let's see if we just refresh the HUD there so we get the timing correct. There we go. So let's see here.
So it looks like WASP are actually going to cap this second point now.
Yeah, and they're going to go upstairs.
They've got all of their players
through the balcony. Seems to be a good choice there, as we have TF2 on ice. And they're going to go through the left-hand side there, just poking down in the lobby. And I don't think there's no chance of them getting caught out here because they're already back. So let's see. We got Gunrock's here. He's going to go for a cheeky little back cap. And yeah, there you go. And pretty close, but Beep's on the case and he takes him out. So nice work there. And it seems like they're just looking for an opening here. And Klefsas went down there. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I mean, the combo came in, they used really, really early on, but big pick from Storm in here, takes down Dr. Phil, and that's just going to totally stall that push. As Crow also gets a flare, takes down Josh, and Morty's gone down as well. And Stacked are in a little bit of trouble here now, as they've tried to push out, and they've lost some key players, and Kronos is really weak, manages just to escape that last rocket, and stay alive, standing very close to that slide door. He's got to be careful there. And WASP, Stacked, are going to have to stay on this last point now. Basically what happened there, GPS, is that WASP used their Uber slightly too early, but they had to, given the place that they pushed in from, and they forced the Uber but didn't manage to get out, got caught out by Dr. Phil and Morty. Stacked have got their respawns up now, so they're going to be back to normal, and this is where the pause happened, and we are back underway. And Kronos is going to have 100% Uber now, and if we look at Klefsas, not going to actually have his Uber yet. He's only at 60%. So Stack push out now. They could, but I'm not sure they're going to, given that they're kind of they're turtling in GPS and they're just going to not gonna take any risks.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to push out of here, even if you have Uber, because the chance of like counterattack and counter cap or back cap rather is what I meant. It's really hard to do, and it doesn't matter if you have Uber, and they do that. And now the attacker's going to have the Uber once again, Wasp here, and it's really confusing with this door always being closed. But Yug is watching the door, and he's getting bullied out of there. A couple of players down for Wasp, so they could potentially push out of this, but it's very, very risky. I mean, you do kind of want to turtle and let them come to you and then take him out and then push out if you get their numbers low. It's kind of like what I'm thinking Stacked is thinking of doing here, just poking and prodding. Oh, could they get Klefsas there? Nope, still pretty secure. So yeah, we got a bit of a...
That's the thing now, we're going to see a lot of this from the spies. Tito there using his dead ringer and he's still dying. I mean, it basically... For the defending team here, which in this case is Stacked, they're not going to want to push.
Okay.
But they do push. Here comes Wasp, and Unlimited does this huge jump in and gets good stickies onto Kronos to force that Uber, and they're going to back out now. Dr. Phil here takes a lot of damage, and it's all going to be about the repush, but Unlimited and Lippy go down.
Oh, Trox on the point.
Passes.
Oh, they got a heavy on the point there. Oh, a lot of damage going up, but nice focus fire there by Stacked, and this is what I meant by the numbers. You can see they almost wiped. Gunrox is the only guy left here, and they could definitely push out of this, and I think they will. Yep, they're already moving out to the second point there. So yeah, that was a very well defense there by Stacked. Well, what do you think, CeeJaey?
It was so close to the perfect repush. I'm so disappointed. That was insanely good. That was insanely good by Wasp. But the fact that they dropped Lippy and Limited meant that they had explosive damage, kind of no one else coming from a different angle. They took Crow and Trox in through the water. Crow, she just air blasted people off the point. Trox got the cap time and just gunned people down. But in the end, there wasn't enough focus from other areas, and Stacks managed to just focus the point in the end, and it resulted in that push out. And Kronos has dropped down here. He's got 100%, and he is going to get tufts to use here. Dr. Phil gets struggled. I'm not quite sure about this push, but Wasp, nevertheless, are going to get out, and Stacked may be able to do something mid here, unless Wasp is somehow defending from their choke, and Kronos and Morty are kind of stuck in here. Dr. Phil gets taking down Gunrox with the CeeJaey, and can he take down Morty as well? Landing Mitchell takes down 3. Great play there by the Wasp scout to get a whole entire combo, and Wasp are back in the ascendancy here.
Yeah, and Gunrox is currently on a 4-kill streak, getting a lot of kills there with that scattergun. So some great plays here. Now almost a wipe here for Stacked here as the Wasp try to go once again. It seems this game is going to be a lot of back and forth here, but Klefsas has that 100% Uber, and Stacked does not. So let's see how they do combine it with the conch from Lippy. This is a very, very strong push, and I do think they're going to be able to retake this second point here quite easily, as they are Gunrox here battling. Oh, it gets taken out by Josh there down in the lower area there.
Yeah, that was great by Lippy, as I was just about to credit him. Gets headshot by Yaugen.
Oh, dude, that was so close. Yeah.
Yeah, the Uber's used onto Trox. Like, Klefsas got a little bit worried. But there's no one else coming in. This is a really good Uber. Oh, Kronos gets body shot from Stormin. Great shot by Stormin there. Just takes down the medic, and that is no Uber now for Stacked. And they're not going to be able to push out here. And Wasp holding in this lobby, picking up some kills. There are no heals for Stacked at the moment, and Moss trying to take advantage of it. They may actually dry push it as they're coming in from River now. Unlimited just lobbing some stickies over onto the Stacked combo. Kronos is back up healing his teammates, but they are drawn down onto the point area, and Wasp could actually push in here. There is so much focus. Beep using that short circuit to try and deny some of the projectiles coming in from River, and it just settled down, and I think Wasp are just going to wait for their Uber and maybe push off of that.
Yeah, so let's see here. It looks like they're going to defend last once again. I've seen them do this before, but look at this. Kronos is on the quick fix, and that is to deal with this Uber that is coming in. And that quick fix builds so fast, so it's going to be ready by the time they're ready to push here. They're getting in position, sending in the demo first. Unlimited gets the Uber, gets some nice stakes off here, and then kind of forces that quick fix, but wasn't really backed up by their team there. They kind of just went in with the Uber with the solo demo and a slight heavy backup, and now Klefsas went down as well. I didn't see exactly who killed him, but he did went down. A lot of players dead here, so it seems like WASP is struggling to get this last point here, and now a Stack can just re-push it, take it back. But tempted backup here by Gunrox, gets shot down.
The backstab from Tito takes down Kronos. They do get so many kills onto the remaining WASP players, and Storm actually does take down Dr. Phil. Lego's going to jump into the choke, does take down Unlimited, who finishes him off in revenge. And Stacks have recapped here, but Klefsas is alive, has got that uber advantage. Clutch pick there from D-Toad, kind of maybe evens things out there. As that last push was dire, GPS. I'm not sure what went wrong. That's the second time we've seen WASP, or second or third time maybe, WASP push into last with an uber advantage and not make anything of it. And they need to take these chances if they're going to get something from this game. They can't, you know, at the end of the game, if you're 1-0 down, and you look back at all these missed chances, they're going to start regretting it.
Yeah, and it seems like they're, I mean, they're not the only team that struggles to push last on this game, on this map rather. So let's see here. Oh, Unlimited goes down through the combined efforts of Kermit and Dr. Phil here, and D-Toad gets taken out by Josh, and Trox goes down to Beep. So a lot of players down here, and Stacked is only 2 players down, but they still have their heavy alive Morty, and that's like a huge deal. Let's see D-Toad here trying to get some kills with the Ambassador here, but he's not going to be able to do a lot, and he has to get out of there pretty soon. Here comes Josh. Yep, takes him out. No more spy shenanigans.
I think that backstab by D-Toad onto Kronos is probably a benefit in disguise.
Yeah.
He switched back to Uber now. He was still on Quick Fix when they were pushing out there, and Quick Fix on this map doesn't do it justice. I mean, there's too many chokes, there's too many kind of tight areas. There's Stormins on a 5k thanks on Josh. Ubers are exchanged, and it's a better Uber here, but Unlimited is just going to get left, and he's going to get dropped here. And it seems the demo is dying too much. Storm is now on a 6k, dominating Ferry the Pyro. And Stacked here, just wondering if they're going to keep holding in choke. They might get spammed out if they're not full. Morty going down quite weak. And WASP are still holding on to mid here. They have the players alive as Crow gets a reflect onto Dr. Phil, but he's going to back off nice and safe into the hands of his medic. And WASP here, they've got a conch, and they're going in through the conch. And here they come, the dry push.
Oh, but both heavies go down there, and the conch is over. So let's see if these team WASP here can go in and pick up the pieces here as they are trying to push the second point once again. Not a lot of people contesting here, but we do have Yaug there up in that balcony area, and he's going to be pretty hard to deal with there. Oh, misses the headshot barely. So let's see. Wow, Stormin is on an 8 kill streak.
Stormin is doing work at the moment. Takes down Yaug. I'm not sure if Yaug was one of the ones who had to reconnect, but he's only got 3 points at the moment. Meanwhile, Stormin's got 29. Yeah, he's on a 9 kill streak in this life, so he's going huge as WASP recaptured this second point, for the second time in the last few minutes, and they're going to try and push last again. It is equal Uber, so maybe they're going to wait for it or something. Both teams have 9 players, but they have taken this lobby, and they can kind of put pressure on onto Stacked here, and see if they can get any picks that maybe open the door for them.
Yeah, we got D-Toad here. He's actually beneath the med combo. Here comes the Uber. Perfect distraction here. Let's see what happens in this engagement here as both Ubers are about faded. And a couple of players going down here.
This is good. I like this from WASP. I like this. I mean, they lost a couple of players, but they pushed it. Oh, but Trox goes down. That's bad. He does take down Morty with help from Unlimited. But yeah, they re-pushed in, and this time Unlimited didn't die in the Uber. Yeah. And they just they backed out. They kept their med alive, which seems to be the problem. It seems Unlimited's dying early on the Ubers as the backstabs come in. Oh my god, D-Toad with the double takes down Kronos and Dr. Phil. Yep. And Klefsas now healing his team up, and surely they're going to push in on this advantage. Got to keep their medic alive. Hisil is in the Riverside area, but he's surely going to get caught out here. The team is spamming around trying to find him, but WASP, this could open the door for them and lead them into a 1-1 as Kronos just respawns with Klefsas at 80%.
D-Toad getting a backstab on Lego up on a 3 kill streak as a spy, and limited kills, Minis injury, I believe. So let's see here, another Uber coming in. Soldier this time, Lippe in the front. Quick fix for Stack here as WASP. They really want this point. I mean, they've had a lot of pushes here, and let's see if they can get it. This is very. Oh, do they have enough? Lippe here getting a lot of kills, and Spy coming in misses the stab on the other Spy. And this is a mess, CeeJaey, but I do think Stack just stabilized there for a moment. But the attack is still going on, man. What's going on? This is a long
It's still going on, and Stallman takes down the Yaug again. That was
drop from Kronos there by Stormin. Body shot takes out the medic. It was a quick fix nonetheless, but a drop is a drop here. We had the engineer at the back there. And let's see, like, this is the strategy we see sometimes where, like, they can't win in a push, but maybe if they just keep pushing and try to, like, exchange 1-for-1, maybe WASP can take this by keeping their opponent's numbers low. But
they did the right thing though that time GPS. They focused the point. As we're gonna do in this game at the end of the day, you got to focus that point and get the cap time. If you get that cap, it doesn't matter how many players you kill. You've won the round.
Yeah.
But the problem is they put all of their players on the point. You need to have players in different positions, and maybe Unlimited should have stayed on the top with a little bit of height advantage, spammed down onto the point and kept other players off, but instead everyone just got clustered into the back lane and Ferry there did a good just pushing people back. And then once the resp came in, they cleaned up. But once again, Kronos has switched. He is on quick fix. He has 100%, as Klefsas is on 90% now, running that medigun. So we're going to see if an Uber versus a quick fix is going to work out. I found that holding last with a quick fix Uber is better than no Uber, even with the reduced buffs. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But, you know, WASP really have got to start making these opportunities now.
Yeah, here they come, singing in Dr. Phil first, but there's not a whole lot of support from the team there. They haven't gotten everybody in here yet. Medic is being juggled, and he gets taken out. Gunrox gets taken out as well. People are just dying here for WASP here, and it doesn't seem like they're getting the right numbers here, but oh, Pyro's on the point. Are they going to get it? It's dangerously close. Here comes the spy. Oh, yeah, definitely, and WASP takes it back.
Unlimited did exactly what I said he should have done about 30 seconds ago. Great play by him. He stood on that little lip on the top left of the point, spammed down some stickies, and while everyone else was getting the cap time, Stacked had to stand on the. If you don't stand on the point, it gets capped. And Unlimited just stickied them up, took down Kronos, took down the other players, and then Lippy just came in at the after, shot a couple of rockets, and those two players really combining well to great effect there, as we are going to see another mid, as Josh gets launched up into the air by Mini and gets destroyed there by Doom, and Stacked are still, you know, in their banana area, and they're getting forced out here, and Gunrox comes in from behind, can't land the second me shot, finally takes down Kronos, and there is only 4 up for Stacked at the moment, 3 up, sorry. 2 up. Whoa. It's just Beep and Isil here, and this very close to a wipe as Beep is trying to escape on this second point. Finally goes down to Doom, gets out-NG'd as Doom fists Beep's sentry down to assert his engineer dominance.
And look at this.
And this is a really good round from WASP so far, 100% capping the second point GPS.
They have Kritzkrieg as well, and their opponents is not going to be able to have anything. So they got the momentum going. They just got to keep it going. They're capping, you know, second back-to-back, and they're going up top, you know, getting that high ground advantage and Unlimited in the front. Oh, but Dr. Phil here, sticky trapped Lippy, losing their soldier. I'm not sure if they were counting on having that conch going, but the spy seeing it. Isil here. Oh! Almost. I thought I was like a face stab for a second.
Oh,
here comes crits. Yeah, the crits coming in.
Dr. Phil goes down and the laser beams come in, but they're not going to land onto anyone. Kronos there, tacks 1. Oh, he's so weak. He's 10 HP in shadow. Doom is there, takes him down with the shotgun. 3 players down, 4 players down now for Stack. They need to get onto that point and focus it. They're getting through water now. Gunrox is ahead. He's getting the cap time, and Trux comes in from behind. And there's only 2 players left alive now for Stacks. 2-1 WASP. Great conversion there. I totally didn't see that it was Crits GPS.
Yeah.
We are horrible casters. I was looking at Kronos' medigun. I was thinking,
well,
changed to quick
to be fair, I had the camera on the Kritzkrieg all the time, so the people knew, CeeJaey. But yeah, that was
the people knew.
Yeah, that's the important thing. But like,
I should have kept my mouth shut and just assumed I knew all the time.
Yeah.
Fine. We're on to a mid now, GPS. Do you want to tell us what's happening?
Well, both medics are running medigun this time around, but oh, Unlimited goes down pretty early there. That is a big deal, and it doesn't look like WASP has that momentum that they had the previous round. Spy coming in here, not gonna be able to do anything as his bicycle melts. We got Soldier here, Lippy getting Beep as well as Fury, and they're just getting caught out here. And a lot of kills coming in from WASP this time once again. So it seems like they figured out the middle game, figured out what to do, and Gunrox pistols down Dr. Phil there. And not a lot of players down, but the Kronos did go down at the same time as Klefsas did, so no medic for either team. Now Stacked here. They might get a good chance of actually defending second, which they didn't get last round. So let's see what they decide to do here, or if they're just going to abandon the second and defend last.
Yeah, we've got about 11 minutes left this game now, GPS, and WASP 2-1 up, and I mean, it's been close. It's been really, really close, but for me personally, I think the fact that WASP have pushed last so many times, they really do seem to be in control at the moment. So Stacked really under pressure now. Josh trying to get some aggression there, but Dito gets the backstab. He really seems to be doing well so far, Dito. I've been impressed with him with ×3 on cap. Stacked are holding up top. But Wasp just force their way in. Yauk is there. Can he get a snipe? Klefsas is not peeking, and Yauk has to back off there under pressure from Lippy. And Stacked are just being bullied out here. Even though they have an Uber advantage, meds died at the same time. But they're at equal Ubers, and they just, from the pure aggression from Wasp, had to back out onto last. They do have a level 3. Beep has got a level 3 right in front of the point. It's getting spammed with the stickies. Will it go down? No, he gets rescue ranged away.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, we do not want to lose this last point ever, so he's sacrificing a lot of mobility here. Here comes the Uber. There are a couple of players down. Wasp is, oh, but the headshot! Oh, it takes down Troxus. He didn't get flashed. And oh, Yogg with another headshot, taking down Crow, the Pyro, and Limited taking down Lego in retaliation here. But oh, there's a backup from a cheeky spy. Oh, he gets taken out, but forces Stack to be a bit more defensive there and careful. They also see that Gunrox is up, so they gotta be careful, you know, to not get backcapped. But that level 3 Sentry is definitely gonna help with that. But here's a question though:
just running around.
When you bunker down with the level 3, it's gonna be hard for the engineer to like help at the front because it takes a while for it to get going. So, but definitely a lot harder to push the last now that Stacked is not, you know, wanting to move out. But they're down a point, you know. I'm not entirely sure why they decide to bunker this this heavily this game, this time around.
Well, it's you gotta kind of. Oh, the body shot though. The body shot from Stormin takes down Kronos, and the Limited's getting so much sticky, takes down 2 players. And this could be an opportunity now for Wasp as they're at 90%. They could move in here. They've got to focus that sentry. They've got no medic to deal with. As Morty gets really aggressive on the balcony, he's going to get taken down by Gunrock. Surely, no, he doesn't. Manages to survive on 90 HP, but Eva comes in from River, takes down that sentry straight away. Morty's going to get gunned down straight away afterwards. And Klefsas, not sure who he's going to heal. Keeps it on Trox at the moment. Can he get the kills? No.
Kermit.
And the heals are on the point. Unlimited has to go work here, but he cannot. There's only 2 players left alive.
Amazing dodges there by Kermit. He basically just dodged Trox bullets all by himself and kind of like soaked the damage as a scout. D-Toad! Oh, D-Toad is cloaked just behind the point. I'm not sure if Dr. Phil can see him or not, or just he had a sixth sense. Sixth sense. All those Prem seasons as Demo Man, he just had a sixth sense. He knew there was going to be a spy there. And Stacks are trying to get time on this point. No, but the stud shot from Stormin takes down Kronos. Wasp are trying to stop his cap here. Dr. Phil is so weak, he's trying to, with his life, sacrifices himself, gets the cap, but it's just going to be recapped here by Wasp. Headshot
what
from
went
Yaga
wrong
to
there,
take down
GPS?
Trox. I'm not entirely sure. I watched, the spy D-Toad, but that level 1 Sentry actually denied him from doing a kind of back cap. So I guess that's the idea with that spot. But we've seen that Yogg is hitting more shots. I haven't seen him get this many headshots earlier, so I guess like it fixed the connectivity issues. That always helps. So let's see. Once again, we have Wasp pushing last into Stack there, and that's like been the majority of this game so far, where they just Stack can't seem to not lose to this point too much. Like it takes a while. A lot of tries, but they do have full Uber, and the other team does not, but they need positioning. Oh, that was a force. Nice work there by Dr. Phil, getting that very, very Uber force here. Nice work by Fury, going to be airblasting those guys for days. You can't enter. You cannot pass, says Fury, and as he airblasts them back.
Wasp need to be careful here, not get too greedy. I mean, they got forced there, that's frustrating. But, you know, they can just fall back and let Stacks trying to push out onto them. You're in a great position here. D-Toad gets the sap onto the sentry, but doesn't manage to take down, but Unlimited does, with some sticky coming in from River. And there is cap time on the point. It is Doom. He is just soldiering on, and Gunrox is there. Gets the, oh my god, he gets the meat shot onto Ferry and gets the cap. 3-1 Wasp GPS. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. What the hell happened there?
Well, it's the super secret strategies of Wasp apparently, and Stack just can't figure it out. But can they figure it out this time around after they lost 3 consecutive rounds? I mean, Stack did have a very good opening round, but it seems like whatever momentum or whatever tricks they have aren't working anymore. And now Stack, Kronos has said, enough of this. I'm going Kritzkrieg, trying something different, because they have not opened Kritzkrieg so far this game, although Wasp has. So let's see if this pans out for them. Let's see.
Headshot from Yauk. You did say he's starting to warm up now. Takes down Trox there. Maybe that's what they need in this game. Gullywash is pretty sniper friendly as Stormin is looking and does take him down though.
Yeah.
Stormin seems to have had the better of the sniper duels. He gets taken down by Dr. Phil. And Stacked are going to win this win this mid fight.
Yeah.
But I think WASP must have known about the crits. They've backed off.
Yeah.
They've got their Uber up now. They're in a good position.
This
They
is
can
gonna
hold
be
quite far forward.
Very tough for
and
for
they're going to
Stacked
need
here.
really, really good sticks or
Yeah, here comes the sticks, and here
something
comes the
else, but they
Uber.
use the
Yeah.
Uber. Great play.
Well, how much damage is 300% minus infinity health? It's like 0. So it's crit.
It's like, you know, an unstoppable force against an immovable object. Well, you're not going to move the object. It's just not going to, you know, crits can't break Uber.
Yeah.
And Dr. Phil is kind of caught behind here. Is dueling half the stack.
Oh, and he gets Lippy! It's like
Takes
a
down Lippy somehow.
it's like a bonus treat.
And WASP are bleeding players here, HiGPS
Yeah.
on the flank. Storming goes down to Josh. And looks like Stack's actually going to hold on to this mid fight. Even though Cronus went down, you know, you're not invulnerable with the crits. He's moved back onto Medigun now, and he is at a disadvantage. Stacked do have the mid fight and can maybe dictate the play a little bit more, but Klefsas gets an Uber Saw onto Dr. Phil. He's got a really late respawn now, 15 seconds, and Klefsas has 90% Uber.
Yeah, and we see Stacked here. They're trying to push the second point, but it's not going to happen. We see a Wasp. They're regrouping up pretty well. Kermit went down there, so that's no scout. Like, you really need the scouts for this kind of stuff. And now they have an Uber. They're just going to go in, and very late Uber there, but now the Pyro is going to disconnect the medic. And now, well, it doesn't matter. Unlimited didn't even need that Uber pushing those guys back. And now he's connected with his medic again. So things are looking up for Wasp, and now Stacked are bleeding players. See Kermit here, he has a lot of health, but decided not to soak up any of it. He just wants to make sure that nothing bad happens to his medic. But look at this coming through the garage area here. It's going to be a lot of Wasp in that garage.
Yeah, a lot of Wasp indeed, but Kronos does have these Uber. He
Kermit.
uses it onto Kermit. And the Scout Uber is so effective against the 2K.
Oh, dude, he's just picking. Oh, but the block from D-Toad. The block. Oh, but is it going to save the medic? Oh, he's out with the Freedom Blade.
Yauk gets the body shot. Kermit is probably screaming right now, saying, "No, you shouldn't have let me hit him with the Boston Basher."
Yeah.
But the main thing is they got the kill. But there is ×2 on the second point. Gunrocks with the cheeky back cap. No, everyone has come back to stop him. Nobody is capping mid at the moment, and that's allowed Wasp their respawns up. And it's equal Ubers again, GPS, and you know all of Stack's good work is kind of undone by the fact that their medic dies, and they send their entire team to stop a back cap and. Now Wasp have got the midpoint.
Dude, I just want to say, like these spies, like as soon as Kronos respawned, D-Toad checked what the medigun he was running, and now they know he's running crits. So I guess they were hoping for like a surprise there, but you know, as soon as they see the medic, he is also lagging a lot, it seems. So now Stacked pushing the middle point here. It seems like they're going to be able to do this alone without being bullied too much. We got Storm in here who might be trying to peek a little bit and pick off someone. But it looks like
I mean, Wasp have been really smart here. They're only at 80%. If Stacked push now, they're in big trouble. Dr. Phil is so weak, he uses the crits. Takes down Crow and Lippy with the crits. But Wasp's combo has rotated around. And they finally got the Uber. Dr. Phil is going to die here. D-Toad needs to take down Kronos. He does with the help from Doom. And the Uber comes in from Big Door. And this is really well played by Wasp. They just totally move their combo up to choke. Doom follows Morty on a 5-kill streak. Shotguns him down. Great play there by the Polish NG. And only 4 players left alive for Stack. Wasp are going to try and recap this midpoint. But there is a back cap going on. It's ×3 on the point. And it is Kermit and Josh on at the second point. But instead they're going to get cleaned up by Stormin and D-Toad. And it all ends for naught. That's how you deal with a backup. Not the way Stacks did it, and that's meant that Wasp has managed to recapture that midpoint, and once again they're in control. And with about 2 minutes left on the clock, GPS, Stacks are kind of looking at a now or never scenario.
Yeah, I mean they really got to pick up the pace and pick up the aggression here, but I do think like running Kritzkrieg is definitely a viable choice there if you just want to rush it. But they have to deal with Klefsas Uber first, and they're just looking to ignore the point there for a little second. Let's see here, and Kritzkrieg is going to finish slightly after Klefsas gets...
Oh, the body shot!
Oh, never mind, no crits.
He gets the headshot to Yauk as well. Stormin is on fire this game. He's on a 5-kill streak already. 4 players down for Stacked at the moment. And with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, GPS, I'm going to call it. Klefsas, all he needs to do is pop that Uber on the point, and pretty much that is it. There's nothing Stack can do about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure
people
if
are
you saw
laughing in the
that,
chat. I'm not sure what happened there.
Did
Morty Unlimited have a little moment there, GPS?
Yeah,
Did you catch that?
he was standing on top of his head and like shooting him in the face with his minigun. That's what I meant. But yeah, that was a little moment there. But I think Stack knows that, you know, it's only 1 minute left. There's practically no way to do this, and they're back where they've been most of this game, on their last.
I mean, I'm surely we've all seen that Gully Wash video. Was it by TCM way back in the day in sixes, and you can roll from last to the next point to the next point, and then cap again. So I suppose technically, with 1 minute left on the clock, it was possible for Stack to get around.
Backstab!
But not when Dito gets the backstab.
Oh, dude, he was like taking a pizza out of the oven. It was too hot, so he dropped it. That's what happens.
These jokes get worse.
Yeah.
That's something I've missed. GPS is the Uber is forced in joke. He's used on limited. He's going to stick it at the point, and the rest of the WASP combo just come in from water.
Points.
They weren't cooled at all. Morty drops down. He's just going to get cleaned up surely, but Stack just flood the point. This is pretty decent from them, but Crow just going to use those air blasts to push people back. He's still on the point, and it says WASP wins. That is 4-1. With 10 seconds left on the GPS, that is going to be the final score.
Pull it back in the 5 seconds it takes? I do not think so. So yeah, first map goes to WASP here. And very well played to them, I have to say. Let's see, do we get logs? I don't see any logs. Do you see logs? There's the logs.
I'm going to go on a log search, GPS. I'm going to go on log search. Do you want to tell me pointage and who do you think top fragged based on the pointage on the scoreboards?
Let's see here. Let's first gotta find the thing. Sorry, I just just being cameraman and caster and doing everything by yourself takes a little bit. Let's see if I can bring up the logs here. Who's gonna top frag? I don't know. I'm guessing Stormin.
Well, I'm looking at the logs now, GPS, and it was actually Josh for Stacked who top fragged with 36 kills. Behind him was Unlimited with 30, Stormin with 30. So Stormin actually did go huge in that game. Troxton with 23, Kermit and Dr. Phil also pulling in 23. So, the top there pretty equal. But when you consider that a lot of those frags from Stacked came in from the flank, the top two there for them, Josh and Kermit. The sniper really doing work for WASP. Stormin, kind of his first season in Prem, he's kind of come out of nowhere. He was mentioned in the preseason show. Not many people knew about him. He's done pretty well this season. Coming into, I was going to say Viaduct GPS. Blasphemy, it's not Viaduct, it's Product. Or Product, depending on how you pronounce it.
it's
the pro version of the Duct. Product. Coming into Product, and you've just played against a sniper who has done a lot of work. 29 headshots, which is nearly double anyone else on the server. Are you going to be feeling in a good mood coming into Product? Which is traditionally a pretty good sniper map, or are you going to kind of be clenching a little bit and thinking, ugh?
I think the clenching and the oohing, and for some reason the logs aren't working for me, or I can't bring them up rather.
That's fine. I can describe them to you. We can have radio logs. Damage wise, Dr. Phil pulling in 15k. At 426 a minute. The Klefsas behind him was Unlimited with 326, so he's 100 damage per minute behind his fellow Demoman, so a big difference there. But Dr. Phil being on the losing side, maybe the rest of his team not following up on that damage. Perhaps Josh coming in third, followed by Lippy, both soldiers doing pretty well. Comes to medics. You scroll down here. Medics pretty even with healing wise, but Kronos with the 2 drops to Klefsas is 0. Pretty much the only difference there. Medpick Storming with 5, topping the Medpick chart. So that sniper really doing work again for WASP. And Dr. Phil, Gunrocks and Detoed also with 3 Medpicks in that game. So GP, enough talking about the players that did good. Who do you think needs to step it up a bit in this next game? You're stacked. You've just lost, WASP have got 3 points. They're on 10 points at the moment. Yeah. But the way things are going, Stacked are on 12 points, WASP are on 10. There's 3 points in the balance here. There's no golden caps. There's none of that rubbish. It's 3 points. Whoever gets to 3 points first wins 3 points on the table. If WASP win it, they're safe in Prem for another season.
Hey, I got the logs up.
You got the logs up. Great.
Yeah. Was that a bit late?
So who needs to step things up, GPS, for
Well,
Stacked
obviously Josh, with a mere 36 kills alone needs to step it up a bit. Let's see who needs to step it up a bit. Let's scroll down to the bottom. No. I'm not sure who needs to step it up, honestly, because I didn't get a good read of what Stacked had issues with. It just seemed like whatever they tried, WASP just kind of countered them, and destroyed them when they tried to push out or whatever. It seems like WASP is a bit better at adapting, it would seem, since they lost the first round. But I do think they have to do something about Stormin. Definitely, because he got a lot of crucial picks often, so he needs to be stopped. But also you saw Unlimited, you know, the demo. I think you gotta focus him a bit more. Maybe Beep should just stand in front of him with the short circuit all day. Perhaps that will work. So yeah, I'm not sure. What do you think? What do you think they're gonna do? If you were their coach, what would you be saying?
I was like, coach, okay, well, I mean, if I was in their mumble right now, I'd say, guys, let's forget about Gully Wash. We don't need to play Gully Wash anymore. It's over. It's over. Let's focus on this map. You know, this is 3 rounds. We can pick up 3 rounds. Easy peasy. Game done. Safe and prem. Let's go home, have a pint. Like, you know, you just got to get people not on tilt for the next map.
Yeah.
And, you know, if people are frustrated after things that happened in the first map and that carries over into the second, you know, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. You really need to get those negative thoughts out of your mind. Player-wise, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what went wrong for Stacked there. I mean, the mid-fight, each mid-fight, I think WASP looked better. Yeah. So I think when it came to the mid-fights, if you're winning every mid-fight, I mean, they didn't win the first one, but WASP did have a kind of an advantage until Stacked turned it around very, very late on. But if you're winning each mid-fight on a 5 TP and you've got control of that midpoint, you've got the forward spawns, you've got the positional advantage, then it's going to be really hard for the other team to push against that. You know, it gets quite demoralizing. You've lost another mid-fight. Let's hold from second. Let's hold at last. You know, etc., etc. I can understand that feeling. It's different on a King of the Hill map. It's different.
Yeah.
But it's also if you come.
No, what I was gonna say, like the biggest difference is that obviously you go to the point and then you stay there. And as we know, Stacked are pretty good at defending a spot and not necessarily as good as moving out. So I think like Stacked might have a bigger chance here if they get to the point first. They just kind of like bunker down, maybe bring that level 3 out that Beep did on the Gully Wash last, and they just treat this as Gully Wash last. Because, yeah, it could definitely work for them. So we'll see who's like better at like defending a certain spot and not necessarily moving throughout the entire map back and forth. So we'll see how Stacked deal with that.
Absolutely, and it's, you know, it really does come down to as well if each team's got strats or, you know, understands where they're going to be holding, what they're going to be doing. I mean, I think for me, this is a close game. This is a close game, but it could go 3-0 either way as we do go live. I'm going to be looking at the demos. Going to be really key on which demo gets the early damage and which snipers get the early picks.
Yeah, we see
as Unlimited seems to be faster here.
Yeah,
do you want to take away the mid?
Yeah, I also saw like Dr. Phil, he opted to not get there early and just have more health. So let's see here, we got Lippy taking down Josh, and Josh taking down Unlimited, so that's a soldier for demo trade there right off the bat. In the meantime, we have a lot of fires being exchanged here. Dr. Phil went down as well. Let's see, Lippy, he's still alive, and he's in here, and he's going to get the Engineer. Yep, gets the Engineer, so he's on a 2-kill and gets taken out by Kermit. What do you see happening, CeeJaey?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of people dying for Stacked. They do get some respawners, but WASP have won this midpoint. Klefsas has been running the crit streak. He's now got 100%.
Oh, they got to use
was
it.
on Uber and is at 90%.
Yeah, and I'm watching Unlimited now. Look how far back they're going. They're looking to be a bit defensive here.
Well, they need to be careful. They know that the other team's running Uber. Their spy would have done his job. Now, I'm sure D2 says the other team's running Uber, and they know that they've got it by now because they didn't kill the medic. So if they're standing forward, they need to drop the medic. And you know, at this level of play, there's no guarantee they do it. As they do come in with the Uber here, lots of damage coming in from Dr. Phil, but he gets blasted back. Great play there by Crow.
Oh, but he's going for a bomb
from Dr. Phil, trying to get Klefsas, misses his pipes, and they haven't got, team have not got the ground they need here. Dr. Phil goes down to Crow, and Morty gets headshot from Stormin. And actually, they still have 100% crits in the bank. They can save that for the next push.
And they can.
And that's. It's whittled off at 1 minute already, GPS. And Stacks need to kind of get a pick on Klefsas or a force at least.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I think I hope that WASP is gonna do what I like to see most teams do with crit streak, is that when you have the advantage, like when the other medic is like maybe 60 or 70% with the Uber, then you push with the crits and then you kill the medic and you just kind of like extend your lead. We will see if they do that. I mean,
GPS, the overlay is still up.
Oh, I'm sorry. The button.
That's right. We're professional streamers.
Yeah, we're professional.
Fine.
Especially me.
It's all going good. a little bit of laughter in the chat as Isil and Doom share a lol with each other. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, Kronos here approaching 100%. He's at 90% on that cliff. There's not much forward pressure here from Stacked as from WASP. As they are once again, wow! Dr. Phil gets launched into the air, and Kermit does a meat shot unlimited down. 100% crits in the bank, but Trox Unlimited have gone down. Klefsas has hightailed it out of there. With his 100%, he is in the house and has stayed alive. That's really well done by him. It's 1 minute 07 left on the clock to recapture, and surely they're just going to wait for their respawns and push with these crits. And now it's up to Stack to see if they can deny the crits as Kermit takes down Stormy. That's a good pick, and Kermit starting to pick up a little bit of pace. He gets a 5 kill streak before being taken down by Doom.
Here comes the crits.
Kind of a similar situation here. Dr. Phil really far forward and gets taken down.
Headshot.
But the crits gets nullified with it. Yeah, Yaug headshotting Unlimited down, but Wasp nevertheless are going to get this point.
Yeah, I mean, it was Stack didn't hold it for that long, but at least they got the point. We see that Stack, they're running the regular Uber, and they will have it. Before that, we see just Stormin's dot on the wall there as he does take down the spy there. Let's see, we got Morty. They're getting ready to push out. They got the demo with them as well. Stormin is watching though. Oh, you see, he's just waiting to click some heads. And there comes the push, the Uber. But the Pyro is in such a great spot there, just buying some more time for the team there as they retreat back. And they got the heavy on the high ground here. Scout's in trouble, gets taken out. Trox killing Kermit there. And then Stormin with the headshot on Kronos, which was kind of like a gang up on the medic.
That was bad from beginning to end, HiGPS.
Yeah, that was...
you know, Stacked dropped 4 players before the push. I thought they were doing suicides. They weren't. They dropped 4 players before they pushed in. They Ubered in from Cliff. That was fine. Dr. Phil just kind of was just focused on getting the medic down. He did manage to get the medic down, so it was great. You know, it was a decent trade, but the rest of his team didn't follow up, partly because some of them were dead, but the other ones didn't just come in, and Crow just deflected some of those players. She's on the point now and just airblasting people off as Stacked are kind of just swarming the point now. They're getting some good time as D2 gets the double backstab, takes down Phil and Kronos, and that is the first round to WASP. And Stacked are going to have to do what WASP did in the first map and flip things around and get the next 3 rounds.
The quick fix. They've had enough. They're going to do with the infinite demo man health strategy. But yeah, Wasp taking that first point there, looking a bit dominant there. Let's see how Stack comes back from this. I'm watching the Phil cam, and he gets taken up by Storming. So let's watch Stormin instead. Let's see if we can get some kills here.
Josh tries a huge jump in the air, but the mini sentry just denies it. But the spy comes in. Isil is behind him. Medic. Klefsas turns around just at the right and manages to stay alive on half health. He's at 85% now, running that crit streak. The 100% quick fix is up, Kronos, and quick fix doesn't keep you invincible. GPS, I'm going to be interested to see how this happens. The laser beams come out and take down Dr. Phil. That was never going to work. But Kronos has survived this time. He's managed to get out through main. He's behind the house, so that's decent from him. He's stayed alive. He's got his scout for company, so that's something decent. And now maybe they can work some suicides and get themselves back into this game. So it's not the worst thing to happen in the world. But Wasp still in control.
Yeah, and he's running with the demo and the scout, which is like the biggest quick fix influencers. With the Kermit just in the front there, just taking a quick peek there. And Yaug with the headshot on Trox, taking him down, and body shot on D-Toad, and that is a real death, not a feint. Here just putting out some stuff here, and Crow getting a kill on Josh there. So they're holding. About a minute has passed. Seems like Stacked with this.
Quick fix comes in.
Yep, coming in. Doesn't actually get a lot. I mean, they get some ground, but they're just being a bit passive with it. But now they have to deal with the crit screen, and this is scary. Oh, he misses. Oh, he's actually not getting a lot with this crit. He gets Dr. Phil. He gets a demo. And then they get a scout, but that was not the crit. So a single kill with that crit screen. Not the best engagement there. He lost a couple of...
that was decent from Stack. They scattered the right point. Morty's coming forward now, but he's alone. He doesn't have anyone else for support. He might actually get cleaned up here. Big jump in from Lippy, takes down Kronos, and Morty is going to die. And I don't know. That was is better from Stacked. It's looking better. I mean, Quick Fix, it builds at the same rate as a crit streak, but the thing with Quick Fix is it's always building at max capacity, and crits isn't always unless you're building perfectly. So they did have that kind of 10-15% advantage, but nobody actually got any picks from the Quick Fix push. And that when the crits came in, so many players did the right thing. You know, Dr. Phil just got in their face. Kermit just, you know, W'd into them, and 100% crits is there. Dr. Phil's on the point. He's being baited by the team, but no, Stacked, this is good from Stacked now. They just need to be aware of the crits that is inevitably going to be coming in from Unlimited any second now.
Yeah, let's see. He's a bit disconnected from his demo here. Here comes Unlimited. Here's the crits. Let's see, can he get one? Oh, no, the Stacked is just scattering once again. And Unlimited does get Dr. Phil there. Getting the demo once again with that entire crit streak. Well, we got the Spy bullying the medic, but he stays alive there. Oh, but the medic
needs to survive. Oh,
no, they got.
I was gonna say if Kronos survives here, that would have been absolutely fine from Stacked, and they would have had an advantage they could work from. But wasn't well protected in that house. Managed to get kind of tucked into the corner there. Nobody kept the doors protected, and Lippy and Crow just came in. But the Spy is ill. Not even checked there. Klefsas so weak. 37 HP. But this is a forward now. This is the first forward hold we've seen. GPS.
Yeah.
How are you fancying this forward hold from WASP using the crits?
Well, it looks like WASP have been doing like this really messy push. They like, to me, it doesn't seem like they're coordinated, but it seems like they have like a hive mind going, so they know exactly what they're doing. And the laser beams into spawn. Ooh, getting a couple of kills there. Nice work there by Trox. As like, what can Stack do? They've been pushed back all the way to spawn. It's like a pub. This doesn't happen in comp, CeeJaey, does it? Well, it happens now.
This is literally spawn camping right now, but I think WASP bit off a little bit more than they could. Oh, they get a headshot! Stormwind takes down Kronos. I'm not sure if that was a drop or not, but it was pretty damn close if it wasn't. Stormwind just taking down Kronos yet again. Kronos going to be nightmares about this kid tonight as he takes down Isil with another headshot, 5 kill streak. Stacked do get the point, but WASP have 1 second left in it.
Yeah.
They got to be careful they don't try to DM here and start losing too many players. Ferry gets launched forward onto the medic. Can he take him down? But misses the flare. Stays alive. GPS. This is madness. Stacks have to hold on for nearly 2 minutes in order to win this second round.
Yeah, we saw Stormin taking on Yaug there. So no sniper there, and I think sniper is very important on this particular map. Gotta have those sidelines open. Let's see here. Quick Fix about to finish up here. Oh, but the backstab from Isil taking on Trox there, but there's a back cap going on, and Stack did not have anything to stop that. So WASP takes another point.
Wow, just to reiterate, WASP winning the first map, Gullywash 4-1 after Stack to take in the first round. So far on Product, the second map, they are 2-0 up. Win one more round, I mean, they will overtake Stack place and dooming Stacked to the relegation playoff. So we come to this third mid of Product and Unlimited really far forward. They're getting so he can't stand there, and surely his team must realise that he's getting spammed so weak down to 40 HP and can get out of there. But all of that has meant that WASP just are able to walk forward. But there is a they're just using this regular Uber. They have to be careful they don't get caught out from the crits, which Klefsas has been running pretty much exclusively as it is walking forward now. If he can use these crits, he might go Kronos, but no.
This is but the heavy's up top. Morty's up top.
Oh,
can he do anything about this? Let's see, where did the medic go? Okay, it's back on the point. I thought they were going to go for like some cheeky stuff.
This is good for Stack. They've got their players up. They need to not drop any players now, and they can just barrel in with this Uber. The crits can do nothing to stop it. As long as Kronos doesn't drop, or they don't lose any more players, and they use it very, very early on though, and Crow is going to have...
This sticky trap from Unlimited there, taking down Morty, losing their heavy right at that
Yeah,
push.
That's the thing. Oh, but no, Yaug takes down Trox though, kind of equalises things out, out of it.
But,
takes down B, but it misses Kronos, and Unlimited launches one more. Cannot get the medic Kronos, but WASP do defend this point. Stacks have not capped it, but with only 4 players alive, surely it's going to go down to Stack now.
Yeah, it looks like Stacked is coming back stronger. They seem a bit more coordinated. They don't seem to be losing players at the rate they did before. And now they have an Uber advantage, but Crit Streak does build faster as long as they're not overhealed. So let's see if Klefsas here is able to build at that rate, because it's going to be close, but I don't think the Crit Streak is going to be done before the Uber. So So let's see. I'm guessing Kronos is going to be very much focused soon by WASP bombers. We will probably see the soldier jumping in any second now. Probably just going to get... Oh, nope, he's not going to do that. Here comes the Uber anyway.
Oh, the Uber comes out straight away.
Yeah.
Yes, and they've just used it, but Crow is just air blasting them away. She manages to get out, and Stacked do well there to defend the point. But Klefsas did not go down. He survived.
Yeah, and
he's 85% crits. Went all the way back to spawn in order to preserve his life.
Yeah, and he's teamed up with the Heavy and the Demo. You see Trox. They have the full Kritzkrieg, and they're currently respawn Scout is the only one that isn't at the field. We have a Spy in a very good position here. Oh, it gets the backstab on Trox, and oh, crits does not make you invulnerable. And they lose the medic there as well. Ouch! Not the best push there from WASP there, and it seems like Stacked are just really getting it together. Like now is the time where they're warming up. It seems.
Yeah, absolutely. I did Dr. Phil stayed alive there. I think for the first time in this game, Stack they have a lead on the time, just ticking over 1 minute 40, and Wasp are at 1:58. And yeah, Dr. Phil there just did what you need to do when you're facing crits: just jump into the face. The medic isn't invincible, and neither is the person that they're healing. And a Demo Man, which is usually the crit's target. Oh, big jump in from Lippy, gets 2 rockets, can't land a third before he dies to the mini sentry. Kronos has to back out, the big jump in from Limited. Kronos doesn't bite to the sticks.
Wow. They sacked
some
both
suicides
their...
coming in from Wasp, kind of more traditional way of playing Viaduct.
Yeah, I mean, they sacked both the soldier and the Demo, and they didn't get the medic, so that's gonna hurt. Now Stacked has a full Uber, and now soon Klefsas will have that as well, but defending Uber is always at an advantage because you always pop later, so you stay Ubered a little bit longer. Josh is nowhere near to get a force or anything, so now Ubers are even. Early Uber coming in from WASP here as they do try to get the point. They need to get a lot of ground there. They do air blast the Heavy back, and let's see how this pans out there. We got the Pyro on the point. Nice air blast there. Oh, but the headshot from Storm and taking out Kermit midair. As WASP almost got this point, they just barely need to touch it, but oh, the medic's caught out, and he's gonna have to deal with Josh. Let's see how that goes. Oh, gets taken out.
That's the problem with GPS. There's no point in sacrificing yourself at the point. You're not going to have players alive to defend it afterwards. And when you're holding the point, remember, on a kill map, you have, longer respawns than the enemy team. As Dito gets a headshot with the Ambi onto Dr. Phil, maybe open things up a little bit, but with only a few seconds left on the clock, Wasp need to start moving now. They are walking forward, and they're getting good damage down, actually. Taking down Josh, but Stacked are just denying this point with their spam. Morty in the corner there just spamming it down, but 2 minutes to go. This is not looking good for Wasp, but they do actually stay in this round by capturing the point.
Yeah, and we got Kronos here with a full Uber ready to go. All Stacked do to win this round is to just cap it. They pop it really early, send it to Demo alone. They got Heavy on the side here, sharing that Uber around. Scout on the point, laying down the cap time. Power comes in, tries to do anything, but Morty takes down Crow and then gets taken out himself. So trading a bit of players here, but it looks... Oh, the short circuit. Oh, air blast off the point. Oh, dude is so close. Sniper with the pan. It's too bad, like, mini sentries can't cap. Oh, we got a Spy here. You see this? We got Issel. Is he missed? Oh, he missed and he got taken out by the mini sentry. That is so close.
That was so close. You're talking about like a fingernail away from Stacked capping that and winning this round outright. They are into overtime now. Well, they will win this round. A minute now to go for Wasp. Great defense from them, and they are still running that quick fix while Kronos has switched over to its counter, its natural counter, which is the
But they've
got players on the point.
Yeah,
they need to use it, GPF, because they just capped.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they were so close, and I don't think like WASP even thought about it, because they're like, yeah, they're just gonna cap it, we can recap it, but you can't do that when it's the final cap of the round. But yeah, well played to Stack there. Looks like they're definitely not out of it. Like from the start, it looked like it's going to be a roll from WASP, but it seems like Stacked has adapted and are now able to do that. They sacked the scouts.
Oh, wow, body
what
shot
happened?
from Storming from Kronos.
Storming happened.
I have to applaud Gunrock's there. Coordination with his Demo. Unlimited landed a sticky on Phil, and Gunrock just held the W, walked forward. But everyone else from WASP is dying. They've got 4 players left alive, and they are look like they're going to cap this point with Crow on it. No, she goes down to a headshot from Yao, and somehow Stacked have stayed in this despite early pressure, but WASP still do have the advantage in the Uber stakes. Back to running Medigun now, as opposed to Creek, which seemed. What do you think? Got Kronos on quick fix, Klefsas on Medigun now.
Yeah, that's a bit of an odd choice because like the heal rate is pretty significant, especially in this kind of matchup on this map here. But Uber coming in very early here. They got it on unlimited. He needs to. Oh, nice reflect there by Theory. See Crow here, just air blast him, and it looks like Wasp is gonna be able to cap this point. Pretty standard push. I mean, they didn't get a lot of kills, but they got a lot of ground and they got the point. Oh, but the backstab here from Dito, double backstab there, getting Morty and Kermit. It's a 2-for-1, and he stays alive too. Sneaky spy stuff.
Yeah, lots of players going down here from Stacked, and they had the quick fix, but they just got focused down when they used it, and that meant that WASP could just hold on to the point. They do have an Uber advantage now, and they are running that Medigun, which means they can stay invincible. As long as you don't drop, just adds more time onto the really, because you just can't cap. But Kronos sticking to his guns. He's still on quick fix. He's at 90% now. Stacked looking like they want to push here. They're on Cliff. There's not really any pressure here. Cliff and Limited is sticking with this sticky trap. Oh, and he takes down. Oh my god!
What?
Are you kidding me? He gets a 3K with a sticky trap.
Oh, that's where it was. I was just looking at something else. Wow.
It was the same sticky trap that Maud tried to in the pre before that. And the quick fix, you're not invincible. You drop down into that, you're going to take damage from 8 stickies, you are going to die. But there is Kermit on the point. He walks forward, which I suppose is a decent trade. But more to the point, 2 minutes 30 left on the clock for Stack, minute 40 for WASP, and they still have an Uber in the back.
Yeah, they're spending it right away. Unlimited here bullying. Oh, he gets Kronos. Now they just got to keep their own medic alive here. Unlimited here trying not to get too greedy because there's a Pyro and a dispenser in the house, and that means he can air blast forever. And Fairy actually takes down Unlimited as he goes inside the house there. Klefsas stays alive along with Trox there, and they are holding the point here. And I think Stacked is starting to feel the heat here.
I think I've been told by Twitch chat that I'm saying Dito wrong. Apparently it's Dito Ed, which yeah, I've been saying Dito, so I'm just, I don't know. Talk to Dito later, and I'll apologise. Stacked getting kills here, getting down Trox, Doom, and Gunrocks, and they managed to capture the point. Kronos is still running quick fix, so they're sticking to their original plan. They are going to have an advantage over Klefsas, who is way back on his cliff now. Still running that minigun, but is only at 60%, and the quick fix is used. I'm not sure if they got forced their GPS. Did you see what happened?
No, maybe he sneezed and hit the button. I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but definitely not the best way to use the quick fix there. And now they're just look how they're starting to back up already. But this is scary though, because WASP, like, it's currently only 49 seconds until WASP. Oh, Trox and Stormin and everybody just bum rushed Kronos there, and he got taken out. 48 seconds left on the clock and ticking, and a lot of players down here. Kronos just respawning for Stacked, and he is running the quick fix still, so I think it will be ready in time. Oh, he's switching. Oh, he's going Chris Creek. He's had enough. But will it be enough time to do this? I mean, they're banking on being able to cap it in time.
30 seconds to go. I would have stayed with quick fix. At least you've got that at least you've got that hero rate. Not sure if they're going to get a crits in time unless they cap it with a drive push. And oh! He's definitely not going to get it in time, GPS. He just gets headstorming. And WASP just needs to defend this point for 15 more seconds. Dito Ed getting the backstab onto Dr. Phil. I hope I said that name right. Stacked up bleeding players here. And they need to get onto this point 100% in the bank for Klefsas. He uses it on the point. They're just going to clean up the kills here, GPS. They are going to get the cap. They are going to hold it. It is going to be 3-1 to WASP. And that means WASP take this match 6 points to 0. And that means Stacked are going to have to play a relegation playoff to stay in Prem for Season 10.
Yeah. So congratulations to WASP for winning that game. Let's see if I can bring up the logs here. Just a moment. Maybe you want to see the logs too. Oh, there we go.
Yes, I'm going to find them.
Let's see if I can bring those up here.
I'm going to see if I can grab maybe Beep
go.
and Klefsas to jump into it. We can do some interviews.
Sure, let's do that.
But hit me, GPS. The first thing you notice about logs.
Doom has the most amount of kills.
Okay, not just that, but he's rocking 25 kills, 16 assists, but only 5 deaths.
Yeah.
So in 20 minutes, he only died 5 times, rocking an 8.2k AD there. So Doom, the Merc for WASP, doing absolute crazy work. Storming 24 kills, Unlimited 22. I can sympathize with this. I played against Unlimited yesterday when we played Unpoppable, and these maps, and when he gets that Uber, the first thing he wants to do is kill the medic. That he focus. So yes, that was. I can understand the pain. But your man Yaug there doing pretty good. He's top fragger for stacked, rocking 20 kills. So
Yep.
Anyone else stand out for you?
No, I mean they were all really good. I mean they were. For me, there wasn't like a single outstanding person. Like I didn't even realize Doom had gotten that many kills. That's just crazy. So yeah, how's it looking on the getting the people in there? Like for engineer to top frag on like.
I'm sending them the info.
Oh.
I'm passing them the info now.
All right.
Hopefully we should have some people. I think I can drag Beep in here. I'm not allowed to. We need John or someone. I can give him the access token. Let's have a look. Who do you? So I mean, overall, do you think WASP were good for that?
Yeah, I mean it didn't seem that good in the start at Gully Wash on the first round there, but then they just kind of picked it up and then they just adapted really well. It seemed that they were doing, and then Stacked adapted a little bit, but then they readapted. It was like a constant cycle of that. So the only metagun we didn't see was like the Vaccinator. Other than that, they pretty much rotated through everything. So that's cool. Yeah, looking at the stats here. Let's see how I look at the medic stats, because that's always fun to poke at the one that's the worst. Let's see, Klefsas here.
Hello.
We've got Beep in. Sorry for the sound. I was trying to get people in, giving them info. Beep, welcome. Commiserations for the loss. You guys started out pretty well there with the round win on the watch. And, where do you think it went wrong from there?
In Gully?
Yeah, I mean, you were 1-0 up and then obviously went down 4-1. I mean, what was kind of the turning point?
I think they started... Well, I think storming, like, upped this game a bit, and a bit of a surprise, and then our medics started that more, and we were just kind of all over the place. Like, the problem we've had in our 3 scrims during the week of Gully Wash was that we weren't moving forward fast enough. So if we were defending last and we maybe get like 6 down and the call to go out like maybe comes in late and people are just too slow to walk the second, so we just we're just playing it at like very, very slow Highlander mains rather than those 6s now who push out quick, so we're just too slow, and we defended last a few times. But no, just we defended last a few times and we could have pushed out and we just didn't. And sometimes we did and then did stupid things and get mid. But they did always, like even on both maps, they always had goober advantage or it was equal. Very, very rarely did we have. They didn't. And when we did, we didn't use it properly. So it's very hard to win if like their medic has an advantage.
So you said something, you talked about pushing out there. I mean, would you attribute that maybe to the fact that, I mean, I'm not sure regards to scrims how often Kronos and Morty and Dr. Phil have played together, but considering them on Mercs, would you say maybe there was kind of a lack of communication between your flank and your combo with, out in speed?
I think maybe the call didn't come in early enough, maybe to push. But when what was happening was everyone actually would go out, but like one player would be called in lobby or something, so the whole team that was pushing out would then focus on one player, and by the time they were killed, the enemy team got respawns and then we were too slow. So yeah, it's probably a mix of having not played together and of communication, but I don't know, the med deaths, our medic only died 13 times. It was the same in the warm-up against sub. We never had a plan to kill the medic, and there was never a plan made during the entire game. Like, to try to kill their medic because no individual player seemed to be able to do it. So their medic just survived, and it's hard to combat that. Like when they always have heals and advantage.
So kind of transitioning over to Viaduct to Product. Did you feel that was a better fit for you, or were you kind of negative from the outset when it came to the second map?
No, we
Because
were.
you did into it in the third round. You did win that round, and it seemed like you'd maybe turn things on its head, and you seemed to have a strategy with regards to the miniguns. But you end up.
Yeah. I don't know if you just lagged out there or stopped talking mid sentence, but no, there was no real that I was aware of with the medic from when someone called it and Chrono said it's not a bad idea and I'll shoot when crits. Their sniper was again just like unstoppable on Viaduct, and I don't know, like on the flank it felt like they always had more players there than we did. Like sometimes I would go out and because of the spawn times or whatever, sometimes I would go out as Kermit was coming in, or he would be leaving as I was coming in, or whatever, and we never really like had fair fights. It seemed. Generally in Viaduct, I don't know. Like I just think we just got DM'd, to be completely blunt about it.
Okay, so to putting this behind us and looking forward to the future, I know you guys have got a rec post up for season 10, and you plan on playing UGC. But this result today means that you do finish in 7th, so you'll have to play the relegation playoff remain next season. I mean, what's your kind of thoughts about that? Are you confident that you can get a roster up for that?
I don't know. That pretty much sums up the season for us, that we have to do that. It's been just one thing after another with players left, right, and centre after promising to play or whatever the case has been. I'll try to, like, ideally, I would like to have a in roster up and maybe get a scrim before the relegation game. So that would mean we saw Rex, Marble. Hopefully, they would be able to come back and play this game. So we didn't really suffer from their not being there during the season. I mean, to be quite honest, the reason why we have to do this is because some of those, well CeeJaey had just haven't been showed up, and if they wouldn't come back to maybe help us win the relegation game, that would be like a boot to the balls. So hopefully they'll be able to do that for us, because if we have to play with a new roster game, I don't know, I would think that would be really shitty of our main roster not to play that.
If the worst, this is the last question. I'm sorry for ignoring you, Klefsas. Klefsas has joined us in the mumble. We'll be talking with him shortly. But last question to be, if it does come worst to the worst and you do lose the relegation playoff, if you can't get a roster or you have to forfeit, will you continue playing, like personally and stacked as a team, to try and get back into Prem, or would that be kind of a killing blow?
Well, I mean, I would go on. Every season we've lost on average 5 between seasons, so I mean it wouldn't be anything new. We've been losing players during this season, and that's why, like, at this late stage in the season, it's just really kind of all come to a head. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, as with every like Premson, teams drop and fold or whatever, and I do think that, like, if worst came to worst, I would easily, and I do mean like easily, be able to get a team together that would win playoffs for the other teams that have to play off to make it into Prem. I have been speaking to people about playing and season 10. So yeah, I'm pretty confident we would be able to, like, even if like Sorax and Marable, Susie Spring, and like a bunch of people said I'm not going to play the Russian game, get a roster together to do better next season, even if we played like UGC for a few weeks before it or whatever. Pretty sure we could do that.
All right, cool. And Klefsas, welcome to the channel and congratulations on your win. I think that seals your Wasps Premiership status for next season. How did you feel after going down 1-0 so early on in Gullywash? I think it was less than 2 minutes. Did you kind of have to just refocus, or did you always feel in control of the game?
No, it was just like game mode. Like on 5CP map, you can very easily lose your advantage, and you just losing all round because of enemy medic has Uber and they take in your lobby very fast, and with this Uber advantage, then last this is a pretty common situation for 5-6. So we wasn't really surprised. We understood why it happened, and we just continue playing and trying to not give so much advantage to enemy team in middle.
So coming off the back of Gullywash, did you feel more confident on product, or which map did you think was the better map?
I think after when you play in the product after Gullywash, you more confident because you win one map. So on Gullywash, I really wasn't very sure about how good we're gonna play. I wasn't very about how our clan crew play because we have English-speaking NG there, and we have like English-speaking sniper, so they don't really understand all calls. But I was sure that our combo was pretty good. I was sure about our Uber fights and soul stuff. So on Gullywash, yeah, this first lose showed me that it was a boost for our team play more seriously. We saw how Stacked played versus Chess, and we knew that they lose 5-0, and because of we played with Chess like one round 25 minutes, a lot of my teammates on ducks. So that first lose was a good boost for them seriously, and after this boost we started very seriously and started progress in the map. On product, after winning Gullywash, we was on very good morale, and we took crits like opening Uber, and we played pretty well, pretty aggressive. We countered their pushes. This was all very good. After Gullywash, we was sure that we will win process and points.
Okay, confidence going through the team now is thank you for talking. It's all very clear. Just one more question for you, Klefsas. Wasp have maintained their Premiership status. I talked to Dito the other day about maybe organising scrims for the future, and he said to me that Wasp may or may not be playing UGC. So can I get a report from you? Is Wasp sticking around for season 10? Are you going to keep going, and are you personally going to be sticking with Wasp for season 10?
Russian actually. We at the end of the season we make a pretty nice roster with kind people, without rage, without this bad stuff in Russian community, size of Russian community. So yeah, we all want to play together, but we need NG because we can play with Doom, we can play with Stormin. He did very good in learning Russian calls and this whole stuff. He is speaking Russian with us in game, almost Russian. So we just need NG, and I don't know will we play in UGC with this roster. I don't know. ETF2L, we will stick with this roster, and we just need to find NG to keep going, to keep ourselves in.
Okay, that sounds good. GPS, is there anything you wanted to say? I know I've been kind of hot.
What? No, I have nothing. You're the interview master. Or interviewer.
Okay. So we'll call it there. Thank you to Klefsas for joining us. Beep, is there anyone you want to shout out to before we cut it to a close?
Uh, shout out just mid-season stuff. Yeah, and shout out to the people who will come play UGC and maybe Season 10.
Cool. Klefsas, any shout-outs?
Thank you for placing heads for us. On us. Yeah. I gonna need this. Blah. I'm sorry, I'm just too happy.
Okay, GPS, I'll leave it to you to close this out with your ending credit.
All right. Well, thank you to all of you awesome people who watched and to the players, both of your teams. It was a fun match to watch, nonetheless. So, yeah, we will definitely see you guys later in the next cast we do. Bye!